Hi there, hi guys. Right, I just want to give you a quick introduction as to who the hell I am and why I'm making this video right now. My name is Dan and I'm a hypnotherapist. I'm an NLP practitioner. I'm someone who has studied for over a decade now linguistics, persuasion techniques, propaganda, and alongside that I've obviously also studied what I hate to term as the alternative view, as the truther movement, or as the CIA would have liked to have termed it, conspiracy theorist, tin hat wearing loon. Alongside this, of course, I've also studied the mind and the body and the connections between the two, which has led me down so many different avenues. But the reason for me making this video specifically, and the videos which are going to follow this, is because I'm noticing something which within what for the moment we will call the truther movement, the alternative news, the conspiracy theorist people, that as much as we have some fantastic information, our ability to discern this information, to be able to put it across to people, isn't very good at all. Now this is natural and normal, and I understand why this is. We are by nature, those of us that have been investigating these things, especially over a long period of time, and the people that are looking to discuss this, be it with your friends, with your family, down the pub, whether you're someone who's active making videos or podcasts or blogs. The fact is that the information coming from the other direction, to term a phrase, the dinosaur media, or perhaps from the dumbed down idea and excuse for news reporting that we have globally, I would imagine, but I speak specifically of England and probably of Europe and America, that there is such a high level of psychological manipulation going on that we as people who are trying to convey certain information, I believe, by understanding certain principles of how to communicate, will be able to get this message across better to people. And this means that on top of course, all of the extra study and the investigations and all of these different things that as people looking for understanding and a far more fact-based, truth-based understanding of the reality that we live in, we have to now add this extra layer to who we are and how we conduct ourselves. Now there's going to be quite a lot of people that just think, well, why is this even important? Surely the truth is the only thing that matters, but we really got to get past this stuff, guys. Of course the truth matters, but if you're going to look into things such as psychology or even into the esoteric knowledge, which if you are someone that's looked into this kind of stuff, you really ought to have looked at this in part, you're going to understand that this concept of truth is something so elusive that it's hard to even have a discussion about that actual thing in itself. What is truth, and all of this kind of philosophical, spiritual concepts and roads that we go down once we start to study this area. The truth is, if you want to convey something to someone, especially if they're conveying some level of cognitive dissonance, especially if they're just deeply resistant, then it's helpful to people who are trying to communicate something that they feel strongly about and believe other people deserve to understand more about. We have the ability to use those words, techniques, which are perpetually being used against the truth, as it were, and I apologise for doing this a lot in this video. With each video I'm going to be discussing a lot of these terms and terminologies and how they affect us psychologically and how we can perhaps start to move away from them and create far more abundantly fruitful, positive imagery of what it is that the truther movement does. The way we speak, the way we conduct ourselves, the body language, and how we put across information is so important to the information that we're trying to convey. And through these videos, I hope that I will give you step by step, very simple, who knows where it might lead with the right support from you guys, but I want to give you tips, tricks, ideas, things that you can use, specified to the targeting the audience and targeting the conversations that we have about the topics that we have, and how you can use one sentence, a particular idea or concept, to shift someone from being aggressive, negative, impossible to talk to, into a place where they literally have no choice but to listen to you and to take on board what it is that's being said, and to be able to use those words and that power to help them to imagine what it's going to be like to understand more about the world, and how empowering that will be for them and their family and their community. And so this video is a very brief introduction where I wanted to just express what they're about. That way, with each video I can focus specifically on a particular idea or concept, which, as you can imagine, you guys are going to then be able to use and practice and really learn for yourselves how brilliantly powerful these things are. So I hope that you get a great deal of knowledge and a great deal of satisfaction you can not only use in the context that we're talking now, but in your life in other ways, in any kind of conflict resolution or any presentation that you may have to give, be it in your personal life, in your professional life, or in your life as someone who is trying to impart knowledge, we shall say. So take a look through the videos. Please subscribe to the channel. Any support you guys can give, I would really appreciate. I intend to bring you as much information as I can. Usually people with this kind of level of knowledge, well, they sell it. And I won't deny that that's a prospect for me in my life, because I obviously need to eat and to live. But I think it's important. I think it's important that we start to understand how to use the techniques that have been used against us and people en masse, how certain concepts and ideas can be explained to people very simply, and how you can use, for want of a better word, manipulation excuse me, to get people to actually listen to what you're saying and comprehend it. So I leave that there. This was meant to be a bit shorter than it actually is, and please take a look through the videos. Give me your feedback. Let me know how these things work for you. Tell me how brilliantly you're doing and how you're taking these things, and what we can do in the future, and any ideas that you have, any struggles that you come up with, just simply shoot me a message, put it on the video, perhaps on one of the pages that this is going to be posted on, and I'll take a look and see if I can specifically answer those questions in videos. So until next time, thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to speaking with you all soon.